Good to see you here once again, my good friend. Today I'm sharing with you a recent experience or a recent happening on my farm. I have just lost four piglets. Four piglets. Just that same day, I lost four piglets. I'm going to share with you how it happened and what you can also do to prevent something like that from happening to you on your farm. But before that, consider subscribing, please. Turn on the bell after subscribing and don't forget to like the video. Alright, let's get into the video. This is how it happened. Actually, our timing was right. We knew the exact day the pig was going to farrow the sow. And after farrowing also, everything was successful peacefully. But one thing happened on the farm to the extent that the sow was not allowing the piglets to suckle. And I don't know whether because it was its first time or so. It refused to allow the piglets to suckle. And as usual, piglets need the first breast milk to boost their own immune system. So we actually had to force the sow to feed the piglets by holding the sow down and taking the piglets to the sow so that they can feed from the mother. And hopefully that one was done successfully. But what happened was, my mother did not know, or the farm attendant, who is also my mother, she didn't know that after letting the piglets suckle, she is supposed to separate the piglets because the mother was showing aggressive behavior towards the piglets. So what she was supposed to do is to separate the piglets from the sow after following, like after suckling. But she allowed the piglets to stay with the mother, and she left the farm. And that was where the incident happened. And as you know, because the sow, it wasn't in its right senses at that moment, it recognized the piglets as foreign and did not accept them. So as the piglets moved towards the sow in an attempt to suckle from the sow, they were attacked by the sow. Are you getting it? So those, like, initially there were 8 piglets. So the 4 left, I can say they were actually the ones that did not make an attempt to suckle from the mother. But the rest of the 4 that went closer to the sow were attacked. Are you getting it? So what do I mean in this video? I want you to know that whenever your sow farrows and then the sow refuses to accept the piglets, to allow the piglets suckle, you have to actually force the sow to breastfeed these piglets. They are weak, so you should allow the sow to actually breastfeed them. Okay, that's the first thing you should do. And after that, allow the piglets to stay with the mother while you observe. Don't leave the farm. Be there with the piglets on the farm and observe the behavior of the mother towards the piglets. If you realize that the sow is actually attacking the piglets or showing that savaging behavior towards the piglets, you are not supposed to leave the piglet with the sow. It will end up biting all of them to death. Okay, so what you're supposed to do is, after you have actually observed and you know that you have confirmed that this particular pig will attack the piglet, what you're supposed to do is separate the piglets from the sow. Allow the sow to be on its own, because actually after following, it's not an easy journey, so it will need time for itself. So separate the piglets and allow the sow to be on her own. But whenever you feel like taking the piglets to the sow to suckle, go there and do it manually. Okay, I think you can do that for at most 2 days, but 1 day and the sow will be okay. Okay, so you can take the piglets to the sow and then they will suckle. After suckling, you will separate them from the sow once again, and you keep doing that for just 1 day. 1 day will do. Okay, and your sow will now begin to realize that the piglets are actually hers. And you can get to know if the sow has actually dealt away with her attacking behavior by gradually introducing the piglets to her one by one. So if you release one piglet and you observe the behavior to see if the sow is actually going to attack it back, that means it is not yet time for you to allow the piglets to stay with the sow. But after that very 1 day and you allow the piglets to the mother and she doesn't show any aggressive behavior towards the piglet, it means she has actually accepted that the piglets are hers and she wouldn't harm them. Are you getting that? Yes. But if you just leave the piglets with the mother and leave the farm, before you come, if you have 12 piglets, you come and meet none. They will all be dead. And this is what actually happened to me. And as I'm talking to you, they were bitten. The piglets some of them were bitten in their eyes, and then you can see the eye coming out just like something. And some of them, their head is cracked, bitten very severely, and it is cracked. And that caused sudden death of 4 of the piglets, leaving 2. 2 were actually weak. So the next day I only found 2 healthy piglets and 2 weak ones. And then by God's grace, I've been able to treat and then have the piglets also very strong, and then you have joined the other two. So actually now you have divided the thing into two. I have two, and then Dev also has two. And that one was caused by my own negligence, and then the farm attendant, she did not do her part well, but all the same, I said you can also avoid this in your farm. And I don't want it to happen to you before you start seeking for solutions. So I'm giving you this so that whenever it happens, you will know what to do. Okay? Please subscribe to the channel. And you can't judge if it is the source first time of attacking piglets this way. Usually this one can be the behavior of the guilt. So it means for the first following, you can't use that one to judge the behavior of your pig, but wait for the subsequent one. So on the second following, you realize that the sow is actually attacking piglets again in the second time, attacking them. That means it is not a good sow to breed. So what you're supposed to do is prepare that particular sow and take it for slaughter after winning the piglet. Is that okay? Yes. And in that case, you don't also have to breed any of the piglets, especially the female ones. You're not supposed to keep any of them for breeding, because they are equally inheriting some of this behavior from their mother, and they also end up attacking their piglets to be born. I'm sure you are getting this video. Yes, get the explanation clear. If your sow is attacking piglets, it means it will definitely pass on some of her aggressive behavior to the piglet. And if you make an attempt to breed these piglets also, they will also end up attacking their own piglets in the near future. So you're not supposed to breed piglets of any of these sows, any aggressive sow. You're not supposed to breed any of its piglets. Are you getting it? So get this one clear, and I'm sure you'll be able to save yourself a lot of financial loss on the farm, and you'll be okay. You'll reap all your benefits. You wouldn't have to suffer any loss. Actually, I have lost 4, but please do me a favor in this video by subscribing to the channel, turning on the bell, and sharing with a friend. And if you have also encountered something similar on your farm, or where you have also suffered death on your farm, don't forget to share also with us. You share with me, I share with you. Sharing is caring, and we all feel inspired to move together. You are part of the family as I'm part of yours. So subscribe to the channel and